Hi, I'm back. This is step 4 that we want to talk about, and it's the appraisal process on our 25-point checklist. 25 points you need to know. It's important to explain to the buyers exactly what happens after the offer is accepted. And it's one of two things. Either there's going to be a full-blown certified appraisal, or it's going to be an appraisal done by the insurer, which will be Genworth or CMHC. Let's go with the route of the easy one, Genworth or CMHC. Basically, what they do is put in the postal code of the property, look at sales in the area, and as long as the application, everything looks smooth and there's no hiccups, or it's not a property that's really old or rural or in a small town, if it's your mainstream 1,000 square foot bi-level house on the west side, they'll probably just rubber stamp it and put it through. But what happens if they call for a certified appraisal? And you understand the appraisal process, right? The bank or the lender has to submit the application online for multiple appraisers to bid on the appraisal. So what happens sometimes is we get people coming into the Lethbridge market that aren't experienced in the Lethbridge market, and they're coming up with values based on limited education or limited knowledge of the local market, let's say. Regardless of that, two things can happen. Well, three things. The first thing, it comes in appraisals for what they paid for it a little bit higher. Hallelujah. Everything's good. What happens if the appraisal comes in less? They bought it for $300,000. The appraisal comes in at $297,000. Your people are putting 5% down. That means they're $3,000 short on their down payment because CMHC is only going to insure up to the appraised value. You need to prepare your clients ahead of time for that eventuality. Sooner or later, it's going to happen to you. Prepare them for what happens if the appraisal comes in low. And I can tell you exactly what will happen. One of two things. If you haven't had that discussion, they're probably going to bail, or they're going to want to renegotiate, or they might lose confidence in you as a realtor. So if you have the conversation with them and say, hey, this could happen, it doesn't mean the appraiser's right. It's an opinion of value. The Appraisal Institute of Canada recognizes a 5% variance. In other words, a $300,000 house can be worth $285,000 to $315,000 and be in their range of value. The problem is the bank looks at the final number, $298,000, $297,000, or whatever, right? And so that's the only number they rely on. So your first step, and explain this to your buyer, is that you're going to get a hold of that appraiser and you're going to take a look at the comps if you can get your hands on them, or provide them with some comps. Better yet, what you do when that arises is you find out when the appraiser is going over to appraise the house, you show up with comps in hand that justify the value. You help them measure the house. You give them a complete package. See me about the package I did for the condominium that we did recently. We set a record new price for a 2-bedroom condominium, and the appraiser was dead set against appraising it for the values that we had sold it for. But after he looked at my report, my appraisal for him, he came in at the price. So save yourself a huge disappointment for yourself and your clients. Keep your deals together, keep it tight, and you'll have clients that love you and will deal and recommend people to you and deal with you forever. Any questions on appraisals? Hook me up. Look me up. Ha ha. Bye.